Hello everybody, how's it going? My name is Klaus, this is my house, and today we're doing our 2000 subscribers special, which is a question and answer format. I want to thank Cody Benson for the idea, and without further ado, let's answer some of your questions.
Whoa, Big Klaus. Don't get ahead of yourself. So anyways, guys, I forgot to do this for the video, but a lot of people were asking for my mod list and my save game file. So I've included those down below in the description. And you can go there, you can download my save file, you can get the same mods, you can build on my settlements, you can decorate the settlements, you can make a game look like mine if you really want to. I'm going to start including that mod list. The save game is pretty much going to say here. And yeah, Big Klaus, take it away.
Eddie Fox Johnson asks me, have you ever thought about setting up a Facebook group for your community? I will have to say the thought has crossed my mind. I wasn't sure, I guess, how much social media that I really needed. I have Google Plus and Twitter. I'm on Reddit every now and again. And I just kind of thought that that was good enough. I mean, maybe the Facebook community, well, maybe. I mean, it'll definitely add to the exposure. But for the amount of stuff that I have to kind of upkeep and monitor and all that, I thought that more or less Facebook maybe wasn't as useful. I haven't been on there forever, so I'm sure it's changed, but I wasn't quite sure how that was going to, I guess, help the exposure or whatnot of the channel. That being said, I think it's a great idea, and I appreciate you bringing it up, and I will look into doing it. I can never commit to any of this stuff, but it does seem like a good idea, especially for all of you guys that are already on Facebook. It might be an easy place for everyone to meet up, talk about stuff, share stuff, that kind of thing. So I will look into it, and hopefully we can get something like that going. All right, Jared Nod is asking me, would you ever join the army? And I will say, if push comes to shove, yes, I would. I mean, aside from the fact that I'm legally bound to, draft stuff and all that great stuff. But I actually did try and join the military. I was going to look into joining the Air Force. Well, I shouldn't say I was gonna, because I was looking into. I actually talked to a recruiter, and primarily for the idea of going on to graduate school and focusing on aerospace-related topics. Now, I have certain things that were undesirable, and I was more or less told no. But was then pointed to the Army or Navy. At the time, I was really interested in aerospace-related stuff, so I ended up not looking into the Army or the Navy, but like I said, if push comes to shove, I would. Christopher Howard asks, what would you like to receive from this YouTube channel? And honestly, I would say I've probably already received enough. I mean, I didn't expect this thing to get anywhere near as big as it was. Like, never in my wildest dreams. I guess if I had to receive anything, it would be, some peace of mind or something like that, that I was in some way able to help you guys through something, or help you with something, or give you some sort of valuable advice, whether you took it or not. Shown you something cool, like big or small. This could be like a life thing. It could be like, oh, how do I stack water in Fallout, stuff like that. What I really like about this channel, what I am feeling like I'm receiving, is solid feedback and an amazing community. You and everybody else are the reason why I'm making this video right now. It's the reason why I continue to make videos. It's the reason why I've been making videos for the past year. This has just been such an amazing experience for me, an amazing experiment, honestly. And it's just, the joy that this channel brings me is really what I'm happy receiving. Sim asks, do you know Adam and Joe? Because I think your looks and sense of humor are very similar to that of Adam, or something along those lines. And I will say, before you left this comment, no, I honestly had no idea who they were. I looked them up on YouTube, and I will admit it was a very shallow search, only on YouTube. And it seems to me like, they're professional comedians, TV shows, stand-up, that kind of deal. Some of their stuff, right over my head, had like like they were cracking up at these jokes, and I was like, wait, did I miss something? But some of their other stuff really had me cracking up. Very talented people, very, very, I guess what I would call highbrow humor. You know, you got to kind of think of why it's funny, but and maybe not for all things. But there was one particular joke, and I just cannot remember it for the life of me. I could sit here for hours trying to think of it. I would never recall the name, but it was like some really crazy joke, and I just did not get it at all. But they loved it. Anyways, I do appreciate it. I will be looking them up some more on YouTube because what I did find, I did enjoy. So I really appreciate you, Sim, for opening up my eyes to Adam and Joe. Nuclear Marcelo asks me a wonderful question. How old are you? And I hope I can give the same wonderful answer back. I am 25. Cody Benson has something similar with Christopher Howard for at least 3 of his 4 questions. We're going to group these into 2 parts. First part, why did you decide to make this channel? What are you thinking of achieving? And how far do you plan on going? Well, why did I decide to set up this channel? I was playing video games. I was watching people play those video games. They were recording. I figured, why not record what I'm already doing? Like, how much extra time? I mean, it's turned out to be a lot of extra time, but it basically started off the premise of, I'm doing this anyway. I'm doing half of the work already. Why not upload it and send it out to the world, as it were, on YouTube? And that's more or less why I really did it. Now, you know, there were other motives there too. Like, you know, these guys were helping me. Maybe I could help you. You know, whether it's, you know, finding something nifty in the game that no one else has seen yet, or just being able to bring my own style and kind of how-tos, or hey, this is cool, you should check it out, that kind of deal. So that's pretty much why I decided to do it. What do I think of what am I thinking of achieving? That I honestly don't know. This channel, like I was saying, has already grown beyond my wildest dreams. In some sense, I'm like, what more could I achieve? I understand that a lot of people have these grandiose ideas of YouTube being their living and stuff like that. And for a while, I thought that would be cool. I'm not sure how viable that would be in the long run, especially in my career, which is technology driven, and you got to kind of be up to par on that stuff. And I don't know how much that would necessarily help or hurt. So honestly, I'm not looking for it to be a living by any means, but I mean, the fact of the matter is I can break even on the games that I buy for this channel at this point. So it's kind of self-sustaining, and I like that. It helps me help you, and that's more or less what I was hoping to achieve. To kind of go on that last point that you were making, how far do I plan on going? I just plan on going. Like, I'm not sitting here like, oh, well, you know, at 5 o'clock I'm done. No, we're going to keep going as long as it takes, I guess. I don't know. I don't have any thoughts of stopping this. I think we're on a really good schedule now, especially with like the 3-day-a-week kind of deal, Sunday streams. It's been working out really, really well for me. I've been able to kind of have a lot of time to myself, a lot of time with my girlfriend, which was starting to get hectic with all the other stuff. So yeah, more or less, I don't plan on stopping. So however far that goes is where we're going to go. The second question you had, Cody, was what are the most memorable moments from people in this community? And I would just have to say, like, Sunday streams kind of sums it up. There's always something that happens in a stream which it just tickles my fancy, man. Like in XCOM 2, we were streaming that, and James got relegated to like janitorial duty. Just stuff like that. Crazy comments. You know, the fruitful 4, the vegetable vanguard, the 3 trees. That was super fun. We were doing all that character creation and all that. I was terrible at the game, but it was a lot of fun with you guys there with me, making fun of me most of the time. But that is what it is. The other stuff, you know, great moments like in one of the Sunday streams, again, Fallout 4, we were building, and Preston Garvey and Marcy Long popped into the chat and ended up getting in a fight with each other. That was super crazy. It just, there's always something. Oh, and like the thing that you have going on in your recent past, where in the Sunday stream, you came in there and you just kind of said, hey guys, you know, like, I like this girl, and she's kind of giving me the hints that, you know, she likes me back, and it was like the whole stream got in on it. We're like, go for it, Cody, you can do it. And then, I saw your comment the other day that you asked her out and she said yes. So again, congratulations to that. And it's just little things like that, little impacts, you guys on me and me on you and the community on each other. And it's just, these little things are really just what makes this great and memorable for me. New Kira wants to know, what are the next 2 settlements that I'm going to be working on? Well, the one that's currently in the works is Egret Tours Marina. That's going to be coming to you this Tuesday. Other than that, I'm thinking Murkwater Construction. I've had a couple requests for it. I also like the location. It's super different from everything else. And I think it's going to allow me to build a settlement in a new style, something that I haven't done before. I'm gonna have to get creative. I'm gonna have to do new stuff, same tools, but new problems essentially. And I'm thinking that one's gonna be really great. Other than that, I think the Covenant is in there. I still have to unlock that though, and Taffington Boathouse, and more or less like the other 10 or 15 settlements that I haven't done yet. But I'm thinking it's Egret Tours Marina definitely, and then probably Murkwater Construction. Nice guy versus asshole. Well. You want to know how much wood could a Klaus chuck? If a Klaus could chuck wood. First of all, I would really like to know, where are you getting your information? How did you know that I like to chuck wood? And hypothetically, let's just say that I could. I do, but let's just say, if I could chuck as much wood as I desired, I believe a Klaus could chuck an infinite amount of wood. Van Colored asks, do you have any family connections to Germany? And I have to respond with, yes, I do. My dad's side of the family is German. They came over to the United States in the early-ish 1900s. And pretty much have been here ever since. We do still have some family over there. We're, aware of each other. No one's really made an attempt to, go visit and whatnot. But I do really want to go to Germany at some point. I suppose that's somewhat of a side note, but running into some old family would be pretty cool. The second thing that you had for me was, what is my cat's name? And this, sir, is not as easy as it sounds. On paper, the cat's name is Waffles. Why? Well, she's the color of waffles. That was pretty much the explanation I was given. But, and I can't say I disagree. My girlfriend's mother did not like the name Waffles. She felt like it's Waffles. Why would you name your cat Waffles? And instead started calling the cat Chi-Chi. And, you do that for long enough, and the cat stops responding to Waffles and starts responding to Chi-Chi. So, more or less now, it's kind of like, the unofficial name of our cat is Chi-Chi. Tanya Treese asks, what is your favorite game of all time and why? This is a difficult question. I love how all these simple questions turn into difficult ones, but honestly, I think I have a game for a time. I can't say I have one favorite game of all time. I know the thing that really got me into gaming was the first Call of Duty game. Like, no numbers behind it, the first one. I was just going into high school, and actually one of the first people I started doing YouTube videos with, Hey Abbott, and we were doing the EU4 collaboration videos, he was in my Call of Duty clan. But there was just something about that game that had me playing it all the time. And then I was playing on the same servers, and I was talking to the same people, and then I got into that clan, and it was just such a great group of people at the right time. It just really kind of gave me that full experience of what a game could be. More than just the game itself, but the community around it and how great that could be, which is something I'm really trying to replicate on this channel. Maybe not for a specific game, but that type of community. Now, we want to shift into later times. I had pretty much written off RPGs altogether. RPGs, what's that about? Who cares? They're dumb and, overly complex and lame, man. There's no action. It's not like a first-person shooter, but my girlfriend kept bugging me. She's like, everyone's playing this Skyrim game. They really like it. You should try it out. And I was like, yeah. Well, okay, I'll buy Skyrim, whatever. Maybe if you want to play it one day. I don't know how much I'm going to play it. I put so much of my life into Skyrim. It's not even funny. But it's another one of those games. Running right out of being freed as a prisoner, going over where the companions are fighting that giant, going in there balls to the wall, Leroy Jenkins style, and then just boom, and I go flying 100 feet in the air. It's just like, what? It was a new experience. It was something new, something I had never done before. I dumped so much time in that game. It's why I'm doing RPGs on the channel today, because that's my new favorite genre. I love it. It's one of the best value genres that there is. You get so much for the money that you spend. And it's just, I guess if I had to sum it up, my favorite games of all time, the earlier Call of Duties, just for reasons stated, Skyrim, and The Witcher 3. By far the best RPG that I have played. And I understand there's a lot, that it's a divisive statement. There are a lot of really good RPGs, and The Witcher 3 is its own subset of all of that, but it had by far the best story that I have ever seen in a game and in a series of games. Just absolutely incredible. People get butthurt that Fallout 4 didn't win Game of the Year back in December. I know they just did with BAFTA, but Witcher 3 deserved to win that. Like, hands down, Witcher 3 was an amazing game. Hands down, in all aspects. I'm such a Witcher 3 fanboy, it's not even funny. I apologize if I'm offending people. Let's just move on to the next question. All right, and last but not least, Blue Tengu would like to know, what has been your favorite gaming moment ever? Single player, multiplayer, arcade, console, anything. And I would have to say, kind of like Tanya Treese, I mean, this is essentially a very, very similar question, so I won't belabor the point, but I can't necessarily hammer down a specific game. I can say, like, man, this game was really great for that. Call of Duty was really great for the community that I experienced. Skyrim was awesome for opening my eyes and letting me play a game in which I didn't realize you could play a game before. It was the new experience of The Witcher 3. The story blew my mind. It was absolutely crazy how interwoven everything was. I can't necessarily say there's any particular moment. Kind of like for Tanya, I couldn't say that there's any particular game. In Skyrim, it was great running out there that first thing, getting smashed to bits by, a giant. But at the same time, it was really rewarding to stand up for the Stormcloaks and push those Imperial bastards out of Skyrim. We should push them out of Tamriel altogether. That's how I feel about you Imperials. But, again, I mean, in The Witcher 3, this God, it's so story-driven. It just... There's no moment. There is a series of moments that I think makes things great and makes things memorable to me. And these are incredibly good questions, and I think that's why I'm having a hard time answering them. Everyone should just ask me how old I was, like Marcelo, and I would have been able to answer everything a little bit more straightforward. But I think Blue Tengu and Tanya, you guys have some cool stuff that hides behind these questions, not just for me, but for everybody. And that's what I would like for this video. I want you guys to comment down below. What's your favorite game or your favorite gaming moment? Was there some pinnacle of your experience, or are you kind of more like me where it's the experiences that the game gives you, the experiences, not necessarily the experience gives you the game, if that makes sense, right? Like, can you nail down a specific game? If so, let us know down below, or just let us know your opinions on it. I think this is going to be really, really cool. I'm super interested to know. all in all, that's pretty much it, guys. This has been our Q&A. I hope that you've enjoyed it. We can always do these again in the future, or we can go back to the cooking stuff. I know we've had, in today's Sunday stream, some real interest in some more cooking videos. So, hey, that might be in the future. But otherwise, guys, I hope you had a great day, great night, whatever it is to you, and I will see you back here next time for some more House of Klaus.